Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a quick look here at Matic, seeing what's going on and get a lot of requests for this. Again, this is kind of one of our daily drivers here. We're going to pull up some back-end data and make sure we understand specifically liquidation levels, etc. Just before we jump into that, I do want to recommend you use our new exchange here. They've been around for a while, but we are new to them. Bitunix, they're a phenomenal exchange. They give you some significant benefits for deposit rewards and just becoming a new user. You have to use my link down below to qualify, but if you do, you'll find some nice trading competitions and options later down the road. So again, be sure to check that out. So jumping on over to High Block Capital, we're looking at some pretty significant benefits here. In other words, there's a lot of risk and reward on either side. Okay, so quickly in a note, let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit here. We can see the most amount of liquidation there. Again, this is for shorts that could get liquidated, about 86.5. So 86.5 cents, there's a lot of shorts hanging out right there. Same thing here as well, and about 75 cents even for longs. But as you can tell, the shorts are much closer than the longs right now, so it's looking kind of dicey for those trying to short this coin. We'll talk about that and what that could mean. This price is pulling back pretty hard. This is really, really nice. And what I mean by pulling back is it's going up, okay? So let's talk about the daily time frame. This is the reason why you don't short against a coin like this. Look at that money flow index, MFI at 90. That is insanely high. So as the MFI stays high, you can expect the price to maintain it too. I mean, look at the price here. Ever since the volume has increased, the price has gone up. Big surprise, right? More money coming in, more things happening, okay? Furthermore, if we take a look here at the RSI, it's still hanging out up over 70, which typically is a bullish sign. Keep in mind that is overextended. We can see we hit an overextended state here at about 73 cents. That's exactly why we see those longs and liquidation levels at that level. But the bottom line here is last 2 days it's continued without pulling back. You also got to recognize too, and this is something that I didn't think would happen right away, but it's fantastic it is, we're starting to creep up in here into this volatility or this previous liquidity level, creating more volatility. So oftentimes these liquidity levels are swept, and there's a good chance there at about 89 cents we could see the price action wake up to there and pull back, okay? So we're gonna have to draw some new fibs here in a minute, but the truth here, if the price does pull back and we see a larger correction, which is common, 0.382 is like the first initial retracement zone, we could very well see the price kind of come back down about 15% to that 73 cent mark, 72, 73, okay? I want to emphasize the word could and possibly. It doesn't mean it's going to happen just because it's a thing there that the Elliott Wave is anticipating. What I think is more likely to happen is to see that maybe on the smaller time frame here, where we have these closer fib levels. These are more realistic. Okay, so I send this out on my playout charts daily. Check that out on my Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. But what we got here is about 76, 73, and 70 cents. I'm rounding down a little bit, but as we saw previously at the liquidity level here, the large amount of liquidity is right there at about the 73 to 76 cent range. Okay, so there's a decent chance the price does pull back to this area. We'll see a bounce off 0.382 or 0.5, essentially that 73 to 76 cent range. Okay, so I'd much rather take a long in one of those two areas. In fact, I'm going to set an alert here to kind of reevaluate if the price comes down to this first fib level at 76, 77, because that is probably more likely to see a bouncing point because we have this strong previous resistance turn support level there, okay? Those are just little things I like to pay attention to. Taking a look here though, we do see the MFI, the money flow index, is coming down. Same with the RSI. And this is okay to see on the 4-hour time frame as long as we stay above 50, okay? So I'm not super concerned with that, but this is kind of one of those things where as the indicator goes down and the price goes up, you want to be careful. That's a hidden bearish divergence. Speaking of bearish divergence, we do have a MACD divergence here happening. It hasn't fully happened yet. It has to actually cross. And if we see this green candle continue higher, obviously it won't, but you got to recognize until that actually officially crosses, we haven't fully diverged yet. So we got some stuff here kind of letting us know with the volume coming down and the RSI coming down, the price staying the same and going up. Those are reversal signs. So just be mindful that we could very well see the price action pull back. I'd welcome 73 to 76 cents because that would be a great place to get in, considering how much volume we have at that range, or how much volume we don't have at that range rather, or we could see that being a bouncing point. All right, last thing too we want to look at would just be the cloud here. This is probably going to tell us that you don't want to have your long position open, which it is. And a lagging span intersecting with the price action basically just means that the open window to open along is closing. Sorry, I worded that funny, but you get it. You don't want to open along right now. That's basically what it's telling us because you're kind of late to the game. Conversion line is above the baseline. This is slightly positive. It's not very strong, but it does show we have a little momentum. but we are average above the cloud. So I mean, this is 2 out of 3 positive indications to you know, the price is still going to go up. So by no means am I saying it's going to drop hard, but we have that 4-hour you know, divergence, so to speak, forming on the midterm time frame, and the hourly is telling us that this window of opportunity is coming to an end. So do you really want to long the top? I would recommend not doing so because we don't have confirmation. But furthermore, there's more potential for the price action to come down. So to me, if the price kind of goes sideways and down, kind of hangs out at this 80-cent mark or 81-cent range, then that would be a case in point where I might consider a short to these lower levels here. But again, I don't really love shorting coins right now. I'd much rather buy the dip if they happen and just wait for the next opportunity. Okay, so please, please, please be careful. Don't use high leverage or massive amount of position size. We use 5%, 5% portfolio size. So every trade we take is less than 5%, and then we have 5x leverage on our trades. And generally speaking, it's been a pretty good experience. We took some massive profits from Solana, 76%, Luna 280%, Terra Classics 55%, Ethereum Classics 78%, Veracity 61%. These are all longs. We took some profits on shorts too, don't get me wrong, but we stopped out on one of them as well. So it's kind of risky to do that. Okay, again, jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you want to see some of those results from last month. Otherwise, I do look forward to working with you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again so much for watching. Take good care of yourself. We'll see you soon.